What's up, guys, and welcome back to Good Time Trading. And today is May 21st, 2020, and we got the crypto fear and greed at neutral, about 49 today. So I think people are getting a little shook out over what's about to happen. And the fear and greed, it updates at it's like late at night. So late night yesterday, it was getting pretty bearish. So anyway, getting into the charts. And if you hadn't seen my first video I posted, go check that out. First ever YouTube video. It was talking about the Bitcoin halving and its effect on the price, and we're starting to see it play out right now. And if you're new, don't forget to like and subscribe. And so getting in on it. This morning I put out a live stream and we caught a good majority of the dump, and I'm going to keep trying to go live every time Bitcoin takes a big leg down. And yeah, hopefully we can start getting some more viewers in when I get a regular schedule and stuff. But we're still new, we're getting it figured out, getting better every day. But so anyway, we'll look at the monthly, and the monthly always looks bullish until it isn't. And so yeah, we got still green dot and holding it, but yeah, it's looking pretty sketchy right now. And we have been calling for the 5-week to come in and then a pullback to happen, and it's playing out. Also, the 3-week is bullish, about to get to 21 and the 10 simple cross. And then 2-week bullish, weekly, RSI headed straight down. So usually it does bounce the 50 read first pass once it comes out of it. So like we plunged it and then back tested back here and then broke out, back tested, and then you can see it right here. We plunged through and then back tested it, and then right here plunged through. I guess you could call that a back test. And yeah, so there's a bunch of iterations of that. So if we do plunge through, I would look for this thing to pop back up. And that kind of goes in line with what I've been saying. But so yeah, let's go down to the lower time frames and see what our other momentum oscillators are saying. So 4-day is coming down on RSI and my indicator. So looking like at least 8,600 is going to get tested. But yeah, I'm not real confident on that. But we are, okay, so we do have this red dot on the 3-day, which we were calling yesterday is going to lead us down to the lower 7,000s or at least 8,400. And then since we're talking about that, I'll go ahead and show you guys my support resistance lines I'm looking at. So when 9150 was broken, this is a good example of a support resistance flip. So it was support, like support, and then kind of support right here, and now it is resistance, resistance. So that is very bearish, and then when something like that happens, it's almost always going to test the next range, and that range from here is 7% down almost. So, and then from the high, let's see, and we did, if you were sticking around, we did get bearish off of, pretty sure it was right in here, or no, we called the top right here. We said Bitcoin wasn't going to break above it, and then it tried one more time and then didn't ever break it. So we did flip bearish right here, and I caught that in one of my older YouTube videos too. But not sure which one, but let's see how far we've dumped so far. So you hit a high of 10,079, and so far we've had about an 11% pullback. So if you go back and watch my first video, I was calling for at least a 15% pullback after the halving, so that would be at least 8,400. And then if it does take that next leg down that I was kind of thinking, but we'll have to see how 8,400 looks when it gets broke. But that would be a 24% down and kind of be in line with a post-halving dump. But again, we was in the rising wedge right here, and so the measured move of it is, let me take off the magnet, 18% or 17%. So, and that's right in line with our 7,700 target. So yeah, looking like we're heading down there, boys. I would look for a bounce at 8,400, and then I'll kind of draw it out on what I'm thinking. We come down here and then dump, kind of bounce, and then continue down, bounce, back test it, and then bounce at 7,700. But I don't know if it'll take that long to happen, but I would be looking for some fireworks later on tonight at the daily candle close, which is in about 6 hours. So, with all that said, we'll go zoom out for you guys right here. And so looking at the daily, and maybe it's even better seen on the weekly. So on the weekly time frame, since this is a local top, I'm pretty sure we got a left shoulder, head, and then the right shoulder, as we've been saying. If it's not going to pump back up, this will be a right shoulder, and then you're in a descending broadening wedge, which usually breaks to the upside, and then we'll have this trend line right here, and then this guy right here. So worst case scenario, we go down to 2K, but I do think you'd bounce the weekly blue 377 at 3,700 first. So maybe better drawn like that, and then yeah, bounce 38 4K. And that's worst case scenario, but there'll be bounces along the way, especially at 7,000, and maybe even a bottom put in there, but it's hard to say right now because we are just breaking down. But yeah, and CME chart, see where it's at on the daily. So the 200 simples coming in at 8,400. So if spot price, if CME gets to its 200 daily, then yeah, I'd be looking for spot price to do the same. So who knows? Maybe we got one more leg down, and really not too much to be seen other than just more continuation down. We did have daily hidden bearish divergence from here to here, saying you were losing momentum on the way down. And I also said if it broke the moving averages right here, that it would plunge. And so, working our way down to the lower time frames. So we got the 2-hour death cross of the 2155 right here. That's the red line. So that is bearish, and it's looking like it is a real death cross and going to play out some downsides. So, and then a fresh 3-hour death cross. We'll go back and see in the past what 3-hour death crosses did for us. So you got one right here, and then that was pretty much the bottom. And then right here, pretty much the bottom. This one, it pumped it up, but did reject the blue 377. And then, but yeah, and on your bullish dumps, back in the past, that was right here. So, did bounce, but long term, it had a lot of follow through. But, so yeah, we'll see what happens. I do think that I do think we'll come back down though to 8,400 down to the blue on the 3 hour. It's pretty well seen the range you'll be in. But down to the lower time frames, we did get the 1 hour death cross, and then you can see it pumped it up and then dumped it even harder. So is she overdone right now? Hard to say, hard to say. But go down to the nitty gritty on the 30-minute. So yeah, you're getting down to pretty heavily oversold on the 30-minute. So maybe we do get a pump back up to maybe 9,300, but definitely wouldn't be looking for longs right here. And then you can see on my indicator you have a head and shoulders right here as well. So would be looking for it to get heavily oversold on the daily before a bounce, down to the 7,000 to 8,400 region. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me make sure it's not looking like it could bounce up. So yeah, we kind of double bottomed on the 30-second, but really wouldn't put a lot of weight on that guy. Yeah, I'd look for at least another big leg down, and then I'd be waiting for some 1 hour. So maybe, okay, so it's looking like it's kind of overdone. So on the 1 hour, I'd be looking for a bounce back up to like 9,200, and then come back down and put in bullish divergence, and then maybe play out a big bounce. So we'll see, but not in any trades right now. Just gonna kind of wait and see what price action's gonna do for me. But oh, well, here's something new. So the 12-hour is expanding in volatility from a 3 read. So this is it's gonna get pretty nasty. I don't think the pain's over yet. But stay safe out there, guys. Have a great day, and see you next time.